keep telling you guys, the takeover is here. Caitlyn Clark, brand new commercial, fire. Brand new commercial, fire. She is working off the floor, booked and busy. Y'all keep talking about who's doing this and who's doing that. Nobody doing it bigger than CC right now, man. This new ad is fire. We already saw her. We saw her go to New York for the speaking engagement. We got the golf tour coming. Like, it's nonstop. USA basketball will be coming up. She's getting ready to destroy the WNBA.
Okay, so Caitlyn Clark just dropped this ad, right? And it totally blew up the internet. Seriously, it caused a massive stir and just proved again that her takeover isn't only happening on the basketball court. This isn't just some commercial, it's a huge statement. The Caitlyn's court campaign, it's electrifying, super striking with its vintage look, and went viral instantly. It just cements her spot as a massive force, not just in sports, but in the wild world of brand endorsements. Fans are absolutely loving the photos, calling them hard and fire, and everyone's desperate to get their hands on the products. But what's really wild is how this simple ad showed us just how much influence she actually has. Forget taking it easy in the off-season. Clark's business empire is just blowing up. She's showing a strategic genius you rarely see from athletes. And honestly, this new ad, it's just the start. It hints at a global dominance that's gonna leave everyone else stunned, wondering how one player could change so much so forever.
If you thought this was going to be a nice, calm off-season for her, does not seem to be the case. It does not seem to be the case that is going to be a calm off-season off the court, because it genuinely seems like it is. It's equally as busy as last year, if not more busy, which is crazy because I had no idea. You could get even busier off the court than Caitlyn Clark was last year. I really, look, I've no doubt about it that she's working out.
The takeover. Listen, that takeover everyone's been talking about. It's a full-blown roar now, and this ad is just the latest piece of evidence. Caitlyn Clark isn't just booked. She's booked and busy. She's working non-stop off the court. Seriously. Try to find anyone who thinks she's taking a break. While other players might be winding down, Clark is just revving up. Her schedule is insane. We're talking major speaking gigs and even a golf tour coming up. This relentless pace isn't just about keeping her brand going, it's about cementing her spot at the very top of sports. It really shows that drive that fuels both her basketball goals and this massive empire she's building. Honestly, this amazing commercial, which totally showcases her market power, only just scratches the surface of the incredible momentum she has.
Coming up, she's getting ready to destroy the WNBA in 2026. Let's take a look and break all of this down. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video as always. Let's take a look at this brand new Caitlyn Clark ad commercial. It's fire. It's fire. Let's take a look at this.
What's crazy is, the look of the Caitlyn's court ad itself is a huge reason it went so viral. They used these incredible vintage-style photos that just pull you in. The whole campaign transports you back to a different time, even while it's celebrating her modern-day dominance. These hard and fire images, they really connect with fans, creating an instant bond that goes way beyond normal sports marketing. Plus, they specifically picked an old-school court, one she's apparently used for tons of other shoots. That adds this cool layer of authenticity and nostalgia. It makes the Caitlyn's court idea feel genuinely part of her story, not just some fake brand thing. This whole artistic direction isn't just by chance. It's a super smart move that just boosts her already iconic status.
Equally as busy as last year, if not more busy, which is crazy because I had no idea. You could get even busier off the court than Caitlyn Clark was last year. I really, like, look, I've no doubt about it that she's working out. She's rehabbing. It's one of those things that I think everybody was saying it last year, and it was like, that Caitlyn, like, never stopped working. And that was one of the probably negative things in the end. You have to, like, rest is so important. And it's one of those things that I think maybe for the first time she probably...
But here's the thing. This ad isn't just about those amazing visuals. It's a direct path right to her quickly growing merchandise line. Fans who clicked the links from her Instagram, where she first showed off the campaign, were sent straight to places like Dick's Sporting Goods. They were ready to grab their own piece of the whole Clark phenomenon. And the demand, it's so high that a lot of people are already planning their purchases. Some are even promising to wear their new Clark merch in their upcoming videos. This direct link between viral content and actual sales really shows the immediate, powerful economic impact everything Clark touches has. It proves her influence goes way beyond just people watching. It's turning into real-world consumer action. Her brand isn't just something to look up to. People really want to own it.
And you see some of the other photos here. I mean, it's just it's gonna be a long off season, and I see people saying, "Oh man, she need to be bruh, she focused up." You think Caitlyn Clark not focused up and rehabbing and training? You think she's not getting ready to humiliate these ladies on the floor next year? They got away with one this year. They got away with it this year. It's not gonna happen next year. It's not gonna happen next year. Look. Hey man, I gotta get me some Caitlyn Clark merch, man. I definitely, you know what? While we're here,
beyond the court, even beyond these ads, Caitlyn Clark is just proving she's way more than just a generational athlete. Honestly, she's an absolute force of nature. This ad isn't just trying to sell products, it's really cementing this idea that she's unstoppable in every part of her life. Richard Jefferson, you know, he's already compared Clark's game-changing impact to legends like Magic Johnson and Steph Curry. That's huge. It's basically sealing her status as the Michael Jordan of women's basketball, and she hasn't even hit her WNBA prime yet. This isn't just exaggeration either. It's a real recognition of her unique ability to go beyond the game, changing how people see things and what they expect with every single move she makes. There's no doubt about her incredible influence.
You can underestimate an 8-month off season. You can underestimate rest. You can underestimate things because it's very different than going from the college season where it's like, first of all, the games are at a lower level. You can coast, especially for a team like Iowa. You can coast in out of conference play. You can coast. You can play your way into shape, and it's like there's no playing your way into shape when you're facing Ryan Howard full court pressing you in game 2 and 3. Like that's just not a thing. When you're playing the full Liberty where they have Natasha Cloud full court pressing you, like that's not really something that.
You know her nickname, The Reason. It's not just some catchy phrase. It's a real testament to her incredible power to pull in huge audiences, like we've never seen before. People are seriously tuning in, changing their plans, and investing their attention, all because of Caitlyn Clark. This commercial isn't just for her longtime fans, either. It's for the millions she's actually brought into the game. These are the folks who get that wherever she goes, unprecedented excitement just follows. This deep ability she has to be the reason for cultural shifts, from TV ratings skyrocketing to merchandise flying off shelves. It just speaks volumes about her unique impact. It shows that her presence alone is enough to create massive engagement. Honestly, only a few athletes in history have ever managed something like that.
And you can actually get Caitlyn Clark merch. I'm actually gonna buy some Caitlyn Clark merch tonight that you guys will see me wearing in a video soon. How about that? How about that? Let's take a look. We know Caitlyn Clark went to New York City for a speaking engagement. She has some really good things to say out there. Let's take a look at some of the things Caitlyn Clark had to say as she continues this off-season tour of being booked, busy, and you know, it's non-stop. It's on the go. This is the Caitlyn Clark way. Let's take a look at this here.
And get this, her recent speaking event in New York City. That wasn't just for pictures. It was seriously a masterclass in entrepreneurship and leadership. She was talking to a whole room full of business leaders and community members. Clark wasn't just talking about basketball. She spoke about building something really meaningful and how to navigate the super complex world of business ventures, and she does it with the exact same focus, smarts, and fearlessness she brings to the court. This honest look into her journey from being that Phenom in Iowa to becoming a rising businesswoman really blew the audience away. It showed she has a strategic mind that's dedicated to way more than just being good at sports. She's not just slapping her name on brands, she's actively shaping her own business future.
Way into shape, and it's like, there's no playing your way into shape when you're facing Ryan Howard full court pressing you in game 2 and 3. Like, that's just not a thing. When you're playing the full Liberty where they have Natasha Cloud full court pressing you. Like that's not really something that you can kind of prep for in college. Where in college you get like 3 or 4 months off and you can coast for a while. Versus in the pros, you get 8 months off and then you're flat out in. And this is, and obviously with that being said, she's still doing other things. So this is a promotion for, as far as I'm aware, Dick's Sporting Goods. So Caitlyn's court.
Plus, the sheer number of partnerships she already has, it's genuinely staggering. From that huge Nike deal to her collaborations with the LPGA, it all just shows her incredible versatility and market appeal. We're even seeing NFL and NBA players proudly wearing custom Caitlyn Clark cleats and sneakers. That's an astonishing cross-sport endorsement right there, and it really speaks to her universal appeal. Just imagine the absolute explosion when her official CC logo sneakers finally drop. This unprecedented reach into so many different athletic areas highlights her unique ability to go beyond traditional sports boundaries. It proves her brand connects with all kinds of audiences and across different competitive worlds, truly cementing her as a global icon.
And just a generational athlete. She's a force of nature, both on and off the court.
You hear that? A force of nature on and off the court. More than a generational athlete. We already saw Richard Jefferson talking about how she changed the game like Magic Johnson, Steph Curry. Like, we already know that she's the Michael Jordan of women's basketball, the GOAT already, before she even got there. That's her nickname, The Reason. She's the reason people are tuning in.
On October 29th, Caitlyn took the stage at the Long Island Association annual fall luncheon, and the crowd couldn't get enough of her. The room was filled with business leaders, community members.
Then you have this totally bold prediction, right? That Caitlyn Clark is gonna sell more sneakers than anyone not named Michael Jordan. And that's not just casual chatter, that's a huge challenge to legends like LeBron James and even Kobe Bryant, whose sneaker lines are absolutely iconic. The sheer confidence in her market power, believing she'll actually outsell these giants, it really highlights the massive, almost unbelievable expectations swirling around her upcoming official shoe release. If that prediction actually comes true, it won't just redefine athletic endorsement deals, it'll solidify her as a cultural phenomenon whose influence rivals the greatest athletes who ever played the game.
I don't think she's made enough money that she realistically doesn't have to do a single thing. She doesn't have to lift a finger for the rest of her life, and she will live in luxury. And her kids will live in luxury. You can lose 10 million pretty easily. But yeah, that is something. But what do you guys think about the off season? Because this is always just one of those weird things where it's like everybody like, oh, she needs to be in the gym more, and like, oh, all of this stuff. And I'm like, I think she was in the gym.
Now, even with all this whirlwind of fame and business, Caitlyn Clark constantly talks about humility, community, and mentorship. She says those are at the core of everything she does. People who've seen her speak, they describe her as insightful and super inspiring, genuinely passionate about using her platform to help open doors for other people. She's reflected on this crazy journey she's had, going from breaking NCAA records to becoming a household name. And she always stresses that success isn't just about what you achieve individually. It's really about the people who support you and the impact you leave behind. This kind of grounding philosophy, woven into her whole persona, adds such a deep layer to her public image. It really connects with fans and critics alike.
It wasn't about basketball plays or highlight reels. It was about her journey. From her beginnings in Iowa, guide her in her growing business ventures. And that's what truly impressed the audience. Caitlyn didn't just talk about the fame or the spotlight. She talked about building something meaningful. She's entering the business world with the same mindset that's made her an icon on the court. Intentional, smart, and fearless. She spoke about partnerships, brand opportunities, and how she's learning to navigate a new world of leadership and entrepreneurship. All while keeping her values.
You can already see she's getting the partnership thing down.
What's more, her ability to speak publicly with such confidence, focus, and humility actually shines a really bright light on a big issue within the WNBA. There's this observation, and it's a bit controversial, but it's pretty direct. About 95% of WNBA players just don't have her level of media training or public speaking skills. Clark, by truly leading by example, is showing exactly how it should be done. She's potentially setting a whole new standard for how athletes engage with the public and their professionalism. This direct comparison, which suggests other players could really learn from her approach to getting ads and engagements, just highlights her unique polish and how ready she is for that global stage. It definitely pushes her already sky-high profile even higher.
With the offseason, because this is always just one of those weird things where it's like, everybody like, oh, you know, she needs to be in the gym more, and like, oh, all of this stuff. And I'm like, I think she was in the gym too much last season. I think that's an actual like problem with last season. Is I think it was like, obviously she would have these photo shoots, but it's like you've heard the stories. It's like, oh, she's in New York for some like off the court thing, so she ends up bringing a trainer to New York and working out for hours in New York. And I'm like, realistically, it's okay to take a day off.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just really listening intently to all of this.
It's not, but at the end of the day, you already see all of the NFL players are getting customized Caitlyn Clark cleats. All the NBA players are wearing her sneakers already. Imagine when the CC logo ones come out. Like the official Caitlyn Clark logo ones. Like, yeah. It's gonna be, she's gonna sell more sneakers than anybody not named Michael Jordan. I'm telling you that right now. She's gonna sell more sneakers than LeBron. She's gonna sell more sneakers than Kobe, and I love the Kobe's. I love them Kobe's.
But here's something important. You really can't overstate the difference between college ball and the pros, especially when we talk about conditioning and rest. In college, players like Clark could often cruise a bit through non-conference games, easing into shape over a long 4-month off-season. But the WNBA, that's a completely different animal. There's just no playing your way into shape when you're up against relentless full-court presses from elite defenders like Ryan Howard or Natasha Cloud in like Game 2. This brutal jump in competition intensity means that even though her off-court activities are blowing up, her body has to be even more prepared. It really shows how absolutely critical her rehab and training schedule are right now.
It's like, everybody like, oh, you know, she needs to be in the gym more, and like, oh, all of this stuff. And I'm like, I think she was in the gym too much last season. I think that's an actual like problem with last season. Is I think it was like, obviously she would have these photo shoots, but it's like you've heard the stories. It's like, oh, she's in New York for some like off the court thing, so she ends up bringing a trainer to New York and working out for hours in New York. And I'm like, realistically, it's okay to take a day off. I think that's okay. Like, you don't have to do everything now.
And honestly, even with that insane schedule, her financial success has already hit dizzying heights. People are openly speculating that Caitlyn Clark has already made enough money that she wouldn't have to work another day in her life. She could live in total luxury and ensure her kids and even her grandkids would be set. This mind-blowing level of financial security achieved so early in her career, it's almost impossible to really grasp. It just speaks to the insane market value she commands. It really highlights that her viral ads and partnerships aren't just about fame, they're about building a generational fortune. Something very few athletes ever actually achieve.
Yeah. It's gonna be, she's gonna sell more sneakers than anybody not named Michael Jordan. I'm telling you that right now. She's gonna sell more sneakers than LeBron. She's gonna sell more sneakers than Kobe, and I love the Kobe's. I love them Kobe's. I think Caitlyn Clark is gonna outdo Kobe on the sneaker side with this drop when her sneakers come out. I'm telling you.
The core of everything she does. People in the audience describe the conversation as insightful and inspiring. One attendee said it best. It's so interesting to learn how.
Now, looking back at everything, it's so clear that Clark has already gone beyond even her wildest dreams. Think about it. She was reportedly under-recruited by some top programs, and she wasn't in a guaranteed pick for Team USA early on. So her current rise, this stratospheric climb, it's nothing short of miraculous. It's honestly incredible to imagine if, back in those early days, she ever could have pictured becoming the global phenomenon she is today. This whole story of humble beginnings exploding into this unparalleled superstardom, it just adds such an inspiring, almost unbelievable layer to her journey. It really shows that her current virality and market dominance are all thanks to pure talent, relentless hard work, and this amazing ability she has to connect with millions of people.
Like in the guts of a year. Like, we haven't seen a fully healthy Caitlyn Clark since September 2024. That is 14 months ago. Was the last time we saw a fully healthy Caitlyn Clark. And that was a player who was putting up a 27-point or 24-point triple-double against the Sparks. That's a player who went up 25. It was a 25-9 in game 2 against this Connecticut Sun and nearly willed them to victory. And through the first half, she scored or assisted on basically everything they did.
So now, all eyes are really on her anticipated return to full health and that potential debut for Team USA. It's been an astonishing 14 months since, well, probably September 2023, that fans last saw a completely healthy Caitlyn Clark. This is a player who could just drop 27-point triple-doubles against the Sparks, or nearly will her team to victory with a 25-point, 9-assist performance against the Connecticut Sun. The thought of seeing her play 5-on-5 at that elite, international level, totally unburdened by injury, that's electrifying. This next chapter, once she's completely healed, promises to unleash an even more dominant version of this viral sensation. Ready to rewrite even more records, that Caitlyn's Court ad isn't just some commercial. It's a cultural declaration. It's a clear message that her influence is boundless, and her impact is absolutely undeniable. As she navigates this whirlwind of business ventures, all the fan adoration and intense rehabilitation, every single move she makes is scrutinized, celebrated, and analyzed. It just proves that her unique blend of on-court brilliance and off-court savvy has totally changed the game forever. This viral moment is a powerful reminder that the Caitlyn Clark era isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about a relentless, inspiring, and stunning takeover of sports, business, and popular culture, really setting a whole new standard for what it means to be a global icon.